That's right. This was an extraordinary appearance by the Trump legal team, Wolf. We see them there. That's Jim Trusty, Evan Corcoran, and Lindsay Halligan. They appeared before the chief judge in the D.C. courthouse with the legal team, the Justice Department's legal team that is handling the investigation into those documents at Mar-a-Lago. They would not tell us. We asked them. They would not tell us what exactly they were discussing. But this is happening inside the sealed courtroom rather.
Donald Trump apparently tried to prevent former aides from testifying in a grand jury investigation about his efforts to undermine the 2020 presidential election. And now a federal judge is considering whether to unseal secret court documents detailing the former president's efforts. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I'm your legal analyst, Adrienne Lawrence. We may learn more about former President Donald Trump's efforts to stop his former staff from testifying. Two media organizations, that is Politico and the New York Times, have petitioned a federal court to unseal the information. Chief Judge Beryl Howell of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia has asked the Justice Department to weigh in on the request, as the information has been under seal and thus not publicly accessible. And this comes as Trump has been putting in the work to prevent former aides from testifying, but has not been particularly successful. This per Politico. Mark Short, former chief of staff to Vice President Mike Pence, testified before the grand jury last Thursday, just hours after a federal appeals court panel rejected a last-ditch appeal by Trump lawyers seeking to raise executive privilege concerns about the appearance. Interestingly enough, Trump didn't try to run to the U.S. Supreme Court on that one, but we know he felt snubbed. A considerable number of things remain shrouded in secrecy surrounding these grand jury investigations into Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. That's likely why these media outlets are asking the court to unseal the documents. So far, we know that at least two grand jury subpoenas have been issued and challenged by Trump in response to rulings from Judge Howell. The identity of the recipients of these subpoenas is not clear, though the timing suggests they were connected to testimony from Short and Greg Jacob, Pence's chief counsel. Politico moved to unseal Howell's September 8th ruling and related filings last week. On Wednesday, Howell ordered the Justice Department and Trump attorneys to respond to that motion on November 15th. The New York Times filed similar unsealing motion on Friday. Judge Howell likely wants the Justice Department to weigh in on this matter because the judge does not want to negatively impact DOJ's investigation by releasing sealed information in the media. And rightly so, these media outlets, they want the court's rulings and issues that are at issue. As of right now, they're only able to piece together events. For instance, they were able to deduce that Pence's chief of staff, Short, had previously been questioned by federal prosecutors in June, but he'd limited his testimony due to Trump's claim of executive privilege. Given that Short ultimately ended up testifying, it's apparent that Judge Howell must have dismissed Trump's executive privilege arguments, as many courts have done, given the precedent confirming that the current president, Joe Biden, is the protector of such privilege. All said, the media wants to know what lengths Trump has gone to silence his aides in his administration. And this is just another legal battle threatening to expose the unethical efforts and apparent criminality of former President Trump. But we may not get to see the deeds if DOJ thinks us knowing would adversely impact its investigation more than it would help the American people grasp a fuller scope of Trump's antics. So how do you think that the court's going to rule on this one? You let me know in the comments below, hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.